me looking to see exactly when you would be done speaking so I could flip it. I'm getting smarter.
No.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Gosh dang it, would have been so good.
The audience will never know.
See what I've put up with. Those of you
How
at
do you
home.
feel about missing out on things? Get in the comments. Let us know.
We can feel it together, you and I. God, my face already hurts from smiling. Welcome to As It Is Below, a Brindlewood Bay actual play campaign from Looking for Mom ttrpg. Special shout out to Autumn Colors. We would like to officially poll, get in the comments about your favorite color. There is a right answer. Make sure you pick it. Just saying. Here on Looking for Mom, just a little bit of channel updates. We've got a lot of things going on as we hit autumn wholeheartedly. Continuing, we've still got Alien, Humblewood 5e, our City of Mist campaign, Mothership 1e. Those are all going right now. Some of these videos do streams. If you want to get there live on the action, you of course can subscribe or follow us on Twitch so you can watch those in real time. The VODs, of course, are coming to YouTube anywhere from a few days to a week later. Our first podcast is live, the Electric State RPG, ran by Maya, who also runs City of Mist. You can find that where you listen to your podcasts and also here on YouTube. We've got another podcast coming up soon, so keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. And then also coming soon, a special little Halloween two-shot that involves the thought, what if Baywatch lifeguards had a Cthulhu division? So you can get all of those notifications if you subscribe to this channel and follow along to see what else we're finding out there while we're looking for Mom. Tonight we're looking for Sasquatch though, as we jump back into Squatcher Step, a Brindlewood Bay sweepstakes mystery written by Michael Van Vliet. You can find more information about Michael and where to find his stuff down below in the description. And I'm gonna recap it now because it's been a hot minute since we've played, and I'm sure all of you players went back and watched the video and remember exactly what you were doing and when and how it went, right? See how convincing they are? Mm-hmm.
Acting.
Last time, in part 1 of Squatcher Step, our mavens tried to push the funeral of a beloved suspect and its implications out of their minds as they go on a road trip. After the ceremony, we find Taya, Violet, and Marina heading upstate to BIGFOOT Days, a Sasquatch festival and camping-filled weekend in the great state of New York. After fleeing the weight of Brindlewood Bay's recent events, and the growing foreboding feeling that has been washing over the sands and in the air back in the bay, our trio bonded even more before Marina was pulled away for official judge duties to help out an old friend as a favor, that old friend being the event coordinator, Brian Wukelar. While Marina was getting settled, we found Taya and Violet up to usual antics. Terrorizing all of my lovely NPCs and spreading the gospel of the Brindlewood Bay Ghost Raven as they stand in line to sign up for events, the main event today being Squatch Calling. There they met a few interesting competitors. They met Laszlo, the lead singer of I Understand and I Wish to Continue, a math rock band. They met Gert Little, the cryptid podcaster, and the hulking frame of, who I don't believe he's been named yet, but I'll name him here, Steve Texas. We'll find out more about Steve Texas in maybe today. While that's going on and they're signing up for events, Marina met up with her co-judge Marge, and the two clicked. And Tay and Violet's antics caught up with them when the competition started. It was a truly hilarious time. You can watch it all go down on our last episode. They didn't know I was going to do that. Thank you. I'll be here all week. That's it. That's the end of the episode. You can watch it all go down if you're watching our last episode. but some truly impressive feats were made, as well as some lore dropped about fellow competitor Captain Joe Woods and last year's champion, Champlain Bellows. At the end of a few rounds, a lunch break was called, and all of that was soon interrupted as a panicked Brian's voice cut through the still cool air of the woods outside of Whitechapel, New York. Champlain Bellows, top-notch Squatch collar, is missing. His deluxe trailer has been trashed violently. True believers here are quick to assume Bigfoot walks among them just out of reach, but our skeptics fear something maybe more sinister is occurring. And our mavens, well, they're just getting into the thick of it as per usual. So let's catch up with you guys. Let me throw our background up here as we go back to the woods. Where we last left off, the three of you were splitting up. Marina, you were heading down to the makeshift stage to chat with Brian, as he just made this announcement that basically everyone stay calm and no one leave, and we're going to contact the state and try to get search and rescue. Taya and Violet, you guys were planning to break off and follow the crowd of people who want to ogle this trashed trailer in the middle of the sort of festival grounds, the camping grounds here. Let's go with you two first as you head down the hill from your late lunch over to the trailer. And I accidentally put my papers, as you can see, wrong side out, both sides, so that was super helpful. Hold, please. I know what the thing looks like. Okay, cool. We have the two of you heading down to Champlain Bellows RV. As you get closer, though, there is sort of a crowd starting to gather. Some familiar faces. I think Gert Little has traipsed down with her lav mics and extra battery packs and things, as well as a woman with some quite large hair. And I mean, just interested individuals as you guys come to the RV. Its aluminum door is hanging off of the hinge. The bottom of it curled and torn up, but the top still slightly attached, and it creaks horribly as the wind catches it back and forth. There is a paper that was attached to the trailer that said Champlain Bellows. As we established last time, the trailer is given for the previous year's champion to stay in as an honored, celebrated guest during the year that they are unable to compete in the competition. Inside, things, just from what you can see in the door, already seem to be pretty trashed. Though with a group of people here, you're probably going to have to figure out a way to get closer as the crowd starts to thicken. The lady maybe next to Taya here, sort of, what do you think happened?
I mean, I guess Bigfoot probably got him, right?
Yeah. You know what? I bet it was your call that brought him in.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I know, right?
Well, it was pretty impressive, but you did get more of the mating tonality. Than the friend, there's calls for protection and there's so I mean he's kind of, you're not supposed to do the mating tonality for safety reasons, but I guess
so you're like a big Bigfoot expert, huh?
Oh, expert's a pretty heavy word. I dabble. At this point, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of description. The woman sitting next to you, Taya, has a big shock of hair. It looks messy. She smells like glue, and she's wearing gloves. Not like gloves to keep your hands warm, but like latex gloves. She has a little name tag that says Nikki Naff underneath of it. Something taxidermist, where the something has been whited out.
Mm. Huh. And why are you wearing gloves anyway?
Oh, I mean, I was working on a little piece for the art exhibition when all this went. I guess I just haven't taken them off.
Huh.
I mean, with all the contaminants out here, you can never be too sure, especially if you're working with creatures
Of course.
or people, but mostly creatures.
Do you usually work with people in your line of work? And she like glances down at the tag.
What?
She like glances at the tag that says
Oh,
taxidermist.
no. No, I mean, I work with customers, but I mean, not all customers are clean, so
Understandable.
What are your names?
Oh, Taya.
Violet.
That's right. Oh, nice to. And then she holds her hand out and then pulls it back. Nice to meet you. And she'll put an elbow out.
Taya grabs the elbow and shakes the elbow.
Oh, when you do that, she barks.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Never
Sit.
been better. Why?
As an odd sound.
Well, I know my voice is pitched a little weird, but some find it soothing. I hope.
Are you like a furry?
No.
Okay.
What's a furry?
Oh, it's like these. I mean, they're not weirdos. I wouldn't say weirdos.
Just people with like big beards or something? Like, or a lot of hair?
No, I see it a lot on that like clock app. These kids in
Clock app.
These
TikTok.
like Barney suits.
Oh, I was thinking like the alarm clock one. I didn't know there was a social feature.
No, it's like TikTok or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. She pulls out a Motorola Razr.
How old is she?
She's contemporary with you guys.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
Cool phone. Do I know if is it pink? Like a pink Motorola?
Roll me a d6. Evens, pink, odds, silver.
Okay, D6. Even.
It's pink.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I used to have one of those back in my day.
Oh, why'd you get rid of it? It's the perfect phone.
I lost it at Disneyland.
And when you say I lost it at Disneyland, she howls. A shame.
All right. I need to look something up really quick. Just you guys keep talking. Violet's gonna pull her phone out. Do we have service?
I wouldn't bet on it.
Okay. She's before she realizes that she doesn't have service, she's gonna type in what phase of the moon is it right now? And she holds her phone up for a minute while
You hold your phone up and you see the day moon. That's like out right now, and you can actually just see it.
Oh, what phase is the moon in?
Waxing gibbous.
Sorry.
What are you against waxing gibbous, Angela?
No, I just saw your mind working.
Full, right?
What?
Right? I mean, it's almost full, right?
I don't know. Are you gonna cut this all out, Sydney?
Roll me a d6. Evens, I do. Odds, I don't.
Odd.
Perfect. Guys, what's the moon phase? Get in the comments.
Yeah. Tell us what moon phase you want this mystery to be in.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna say almost full. Violet, all of a sudden, as this is going on while they're talking, looks
It is almost full. It's getting there. Yeah.
very concerned at Nikki and starts like,
Are you?
So, sit, girl, sit.
is this a furry thing?
Teo, please roll me the day move with presence.
No.
This is not to get her to do the thing. It's to determine whether or not how she responds.
Okay.
What are you afraid of as you tell Nikki Naff to sit, girl?
I don't. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, it's so stupid.
I love watching Fasney just die at this whole interaction.
Taya's afraid she's gonna find out that Nikki is a furry.
Yeah, and that's one of her kinks, and she's into Taya now. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
I have to leave.
I went to mute myself. So,
Michael Van Vliet, I'm so sorry for what this has turned into. To you personally. Jason Cordova, while we're at it. What'd you roll?
Also accurate. Taya being very dumb. I'm dead. Wait, presents 11.
A success. Oh, you're right. I could use a place to sit. My knees have been bothering me. You're so considerate. She'll reach out with her gloved hand and just pat you on the head.
On the head?
On the head.
I'm not a furry. Just so you know.
I wasn't asking, but it'd be okay if you were. I'm also not a furry, but it would be okay. There's nothing wrong with that community.
Can you like roll over?
On another note, how would you describe other qualities about you? If you were gonna, give a short bio of yourself, like defining features, how do you feel about full moons?
The moon's pretty cool. So are most celestial bodies. I have real Bigfoot hair. That's a pretty exciting thing.
What? Wait, real Bigfoot hair?
Yeah.
Like on your person, right?
Well, no, back at my campsite, but I mean, you guys haven't seen Bigfoot?
No, we're kind of new to the Bigfoot scene. We've been chasing the ghost raven.
Yeah.
Bigfoot virgins, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
But we've like caught glimpses of the Brindlewood Bay ghost raven, which is real cool. You should look into that too. It's pretty cool.
What's that?
It's the Brindlewood Bay ghost raven.
A close cousin of Bigfoot.
Yeah. I actually think
traditionally ravens and big Squatches aren't in the same entomology. You guys are new.
Yeah, so do you feel weird around the full moon?
How about silver?
She's sitting cross-legged on the ground now, by the way, because you did. You hear the sound of Edna being like, no, I'm not allowed. You're not supposed to go in there. As you guys can hear the sounds of someone trying to enter the trailer ahead of you.
So Nikki, right?
Yeah, it's right here.
It's just not clear enough. I'm not wearing my glasses, so I think you need to get closer. Come on, stand up.
I think I'm good down here, thank you. But you're so considerate.
You're giving a lot of commands today, Taya. You okay?
I think it might just be because the moon is waxing and almost full.
Is this like a new thing?
Yeah. No, it's not. Violet, do you want to head in while they're distracted, these like volunteer workers or whatever?
Yeah, you guys keep doing whatever this is.
No, I'll come with you. It's okay.
Are you sure? Like,
And I'll come with you guys too. And Nikki Naff stands back up.
Good girl.
And we'll cut from there. Marina. You're heading to go speak to Brian, completely unaware that all of that's about to go down. To go check in with your good friend as he's speaking to Captain Joe Woods and a let's see. Maybe just Captain Joe for right now, though. A couple of members of what seems like a motorcycle gang are starting to make their way up. But you'll get there before then.
Yeah, just like, hey, what happened? What?
Oh, and make sure. Oh, 1 second, Marina. And make sure that you have to be. I know that you're about to retire, but focus in, Joe. God damn it. So sorry, I didn't mean to. Hi. Are you okay?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I got all my extremities on.
Good. Glad to hear it. Yeah. It is unprecedented. And honestly, and he sort of leans in. Really unnerving to not know what's going on.
Why? I mean, what do you know?
Roll me the meddling move with presence.
As soon as I said, I'm like, that's a meddling move. What do I have in presence?
Marina's out here getting information while the two of you are accusing Nikki Naff of being a furry or a werewolf. Or a furry werewolf.
That's a 6.
Oh, okay. Cool. A 6? You're sure?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Presence,
1 second. Hold, please.
Oh no!
The book is back out. Oh no.
Sid has her spell book out and it's October. They're gonna be extra powerful.
Oh.
Me looking back to see if it's still a 6.
Maybe it's changed.
Maybe it's changed. October. The ghost.
Hey, if
You ask him,
come knock a dice, it's valid.
what does he know? And Brian, he's like, what am I supposed to be able to know at this point? Like, the hinges are ripped off. He's gone. For all I know, Champlain Bellows could be dead. And the problem with this is that his mic is still on and he's a little close to it. And so Brian says, for all I know, Champlain Bellows could be dead. And it rings out across the entire campsite.
I just kind of grab the mic and go, oh.
The consequence with this is that Brian is about to get swarmed with people. The hardcore come up first. And they're like, what do you mean Bellows is gonna be dead? It's a whole group of people, and they not to like be rude, but they do pretty much encircle Brian, and then like regular people. There's a kid starts crying in the distance, and I think you're not gonna get a consequence for this failed roll, like a condition, excuse me. You're not getting a condition, but your consequence is like you cannot talk to Brian right now, and he's probably gonna be tied up for a good long bit. As you get sort of edged out of the stage here by the swarm of very concerned people, as this place starts to devolve into chaos. At that point where he says Champlain Bellows could be dead is probably about at the same time Edna is saying, like, you can't go in there, to whoever is going into the trailer. I'll come find you. Brian is like trying to talk to you, Marina, but there's too many people. I understand your concern. We're gonna get this sorted out. I promise. Well, I almost promise none of you are in danger. As he tries to calm the crowd down. Oh, Brian's out of commission, but you're still here. So as you gotta get edged out of the crowd here.
I'm just gonna like elbow my way like out of everything, just like ugh.
Yeah, as soon as you maybe you step out, it's out on the fringes here is Marge. She goes, "Oh, you hate to see a man in charge just flail like that. It's not really becoming for him."
Oh, I mean, he was so. He was probably
He-
already so nervous, and he didn't realize that he had the mic. Oh, Brian. Oh, Brian.
He had his big shot and he's wasting it. I mean, if I were him, I would have cut that mic instantly. You know, done talking, just fucking rip the cord out, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's just distracted with the whole thing. I mean, this has never happened. I mean, the hinges were off the door. I mean, that sounds so violent.
You think that little twink is dead?
I hope not.
I guess I hope not too. Well, I'm gonna go get a Sasquatch wing if they're still serving. They look like they're packing up, so you want me to get you one to go?
Yeah, I'll take.
Okay, I got you, hon. And she'll give you a big old wink. And Marge will head off to try to barter to get Sasquatch wings half off.
Yum.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to do now, Marina?
I think I still want to try to like look around to see maybe like on the outskirts of the woods to see if there's anything that looks like something big went anywhere.
That's always gone well for you traditionally to go to the woods and look around. Yeah. There's many pathways out to the woods, and you find one maybe out here behind the stage and sort of triangulated with the trailer and whatnot. As you get out here, it sounds like another meddling move. You're looking around now. As more and more trees obscure your view from the main campground to the path, the hiking trail that you are getting on right now. Dirt trail, lots of leaves, lots of pine. Let's roll the meddling move with reason as you look around out here.
Okay.
And the sounds of the crowd fade away. That was a very slow sit back.
That is a 2. I mean, it's a 3 with like the 1 for reason, but boy, the woods.
So let me tell you what's going to happen, and then you can decide if you want to use a crown. But you guys have that special crown, Crown of the Cryptid. What does looking around look like for you, Marina? Paint me a picture.
It's just kind of bummed that she couldn't really talk to Brian, and like maybe like a little impotent, and just kind of wandering around, but like that would be silly if it can't be like actually Bigfoot. And just like wandering on like the outskirts of the forest, just kind of like peeking in, trying not to go too far in, maybe thinking she saw something and going just a little bit in, but trying not to go too far.
Yeah, I think it's the trying to kind of look around to many different places that you miss the signs of a very well laid trap.
Oh.
Yeah. You trip a wire, and it happens so quickly, Marina. I mean, you are yanked up into the air. You are in a giant net. There is dirt in places now on your body where there should have never been any dirt. Leaves everywhere. Pine needles as you're yanked up into some sort of, just like catch-all trap from something on the ground. A whole net encapsulates you. This is a pretty violent movement. I think on your 2 here, I mean, the condition trapped is pretty good. Oh shit, I could make this so much worse for you. 1 second. Looking down. Yeah, as you're pulled up into the air, into this net, I think, God, it was such a bad roll, Marina. You get yanked up. You're in this netting. You've taken the condition trapped, and you're high above. But this trap is attached to what looks like a very old tree. And it might only be a short amount of time before you are reunited with the ground.
Whoa. What's the crown of the cryptid again?
Yeah, if you guys want to go over to your little sheet, and I'll actually toggle over there too. The crown of the cryptid. So for Sweeps Weeks Mysteries, because the void is not in the void mystery, Brindlewood Bay is not in place here because you're not there. We've replaced the crown of the void with the crown of the cryptid. With these Sweeps Weeks crowns, you get 3 uses as a group collectively, so it can only be used 3 times. Each time it is used, you all must answer the prompt available starting at the top. So the first time you all will answer that first prompt. And it mechanically works the same way. You would bump into a mixed success. Or in this case, a complication because it's a meddling move. Mm-hmm. So, Marina, are you using the crown of the cryptid?
I think I gotta.
Yeah, I think we should display, the physics of this game. So
Yeah, I mean,
we should use it sometime. Why not now?
yeah.
Maybe we'll start with Taya and Violet as you guys are starting to get to the front, and then we'll end with Marina. And have each one of you answer the prompt. The prompt in question being, for our viewers at home, each Maven narrates a dream they had about being lost in the deep woods. So you guys are all out here in the woods again. Memories are being triggered. Let's start with Taya.
Cool. I guess the dream would probably start with like Taya getting off of her bike and wandering slowly into the woods, probably with a strange mix of feelings of like she's like a younger Taya going into the woods after maybe a fight with her parents or something like that. Yeah. And as she like turns around, her motorcycle is gone and it's just woods encapsulating her. And very similar to like, also, is this supposed to be a bad dream or is this supposed to be a good dream?
You're lost in the woods, so however you want to interpret that.
Okay. I think it would start out sort of like just like an endless hallway of woods. And then slowly the trees start to morph into various flowers, like big flowers. So very Alice in Wonderland kind of esque sort of thing. And she starts to identify all the different flowers and then starts to run forward as something kind of glints in the distance, like a red rosy sort of shape. And it's just Taya running into more plants as like the woods and the brush gets like thicker and thicker, and then she finally reaches like this figure that's like a rose shape of like a woman, and then as she like taps her shoulder, the rose like dies and disintegrates, turns like a deep brown gray, and then the woods around her start to do the same thing and start to melt away from her, as she's trying to like frantically like, oh, I need to like water you, I need to do this, I need to do that, like I can't focus on all of these things, like this is too much, and then she sort of like collapses into like all this dried flower bed, and then I think she'll snap out of it.
Yeah, I think that dream that you've had, the lasting like bits of petrichor here like trigger that like scent memory, that like feeling of it. And you just remember those bits and pieces. I don't know if this is a reoccurring dream for Taya or if this is just once.
Probably like a reoccurring dream where it's like the same place. It's like that same woods and the same things happen, but
Yeah.
different scenario each time. Like she tries something different and it doesn't work.
I think the last time you dreamed this, how long ago was it?
Pretty recent, I think. Maybe like
Yeah.
a couple days ago.
For sure. I think a couple of days ago, the change in your dream, one of them at least, was that the woods you were running through were the woods next to Ocean View Grocery.
Oof.
Fresh
Ooh.
on the mind.
Yeah. As Taya is like joking with Violet and like falls kind of quiet for a second, she'll like grab her arm or her like shoulder.
Yeah, because you are still, the condition reads, shot the F up.
Yep.
And I think, yeah, as you like, you know, have this sort of memory and our audience sees it, our camera sort of pans out and then immediately looks at Violet as we get your Lost in the Woods dream.
Yeah, I think Violet wakes up in the middle of the night and she looks maybe like a little bit younger than she is now, but pretty similar to what we would see her now. And she like sits straight up in bed, and it's her bedroom in Brindlewood Bay. Like you can see that outside. But then she gets up and walks outside. She's wearing just like a t-shirt, and obviously she has like bird covered pajama pants, obviously. And little crow slippers with little wings on the sides. And she walks outside of the house, and suddenly, like, it's not her house in Brindlewood Bay, it's the house she grew up in. But it's in the street the street that she lives on in Brindlewood Bay, where her house now would be. And her house isn't like woods adjacent, but at the end of the road there's woods. And she sees movement in the woods and turns and just starts following. She swears she sees like a hand around a tree. And so she starts following it into the woods. And she swears that she hears the laughter of a child. And like she swears there's like a hand there, a foot there, and she starts running in her slippers, in her pajama pants, and she is running, just getting slapped by branches, sprinting through the woods. And finally she gets to a point in a little clearing. The clouds pull away and there's a full moon that lightens up the entire clearing, and there's no one else there. Everything is quiet. She starts like kind of spinning, like looking around, looking for anything that had drawn her in here. And then all of a sudden, as she's spinning, obviously, a raven flies at her face. And as she throws her hands up, she found herself sitting in her own bed.
To go off this theme of reoccurring dreams, when was the last time you dreamt that?
I think it was actually pretty recently, and I think it's a recent recurring dream. I think with some of the recent experiences that she's been through, have some things on the front of her mind.
For sure. You've been plagued by this dream the last month or so, at least 2 months. I think every time you have it, there's a new detail. First, it's like seeing hands and feet just on those, just out of reach, right? And you get to the clearing. I think a couple versions of it in, you get to the clearing and there's, a beautiful like stag deer antlers and everything in, and as it bolts, that's what rustles the tree to make the raven come down at you. I think the next time you come in to that clearing, there's just an empty chair. The same empty chair that you saw in the basement of Town Hall during the charity poker night. The next time you dream it, there's the back of an all-cloaked figure. A figure that is familiar to you, though to none others here. And I think they walk out, and that's what scares the raven and has the raven come down to your face. And I think the very last, most recent time, Violet, you dreamt this. You get to the clearing and walk out into it, sort of turn around and look back, trying to see if there's anything different. You look back and you look forward again. The raven comes at you from a new angle as it leaps right out of a bassinet.
Oh my god.
Just a little treat. Marina, it's your turn as you're getting pulled up into this trap. Tell us about your recurring Lost in the Deep Woods dream.
Whoa. Let me catch my breath. Okay. So this is a recurring one for sure. And it starts off like very idyllic, walking through like a beautiful set of woods, on the days that like the light is sprinkling through the branches like high above. And she's just walking around with Brian and her daughter and just looking around, enjoying the sounds of nature, the sounds of the birds, when like in one moment she'll get distracted by one thing or other and maybe kneel down to inspect a nice little mushroom or just something that she sees on the ground that catches her eye that she wants to collect or save for later. But they keep on walking, and in this dream they're typically around like at the start of it, they're kind of young in their marriage. So, and like her daughter would probably be about like 5 or 6. But after she is examining whatever it is that catches her eye, she'll look back up and they're around the age that they are when Ryan died. And she just sees them walking and kind of tries to go, like is about to go when she sees Ryan just like clutch his chest and start to stumble, start to sway. And we'll see her daughter's reaction and like not knowing what to do, and we'll see him fall inch by inch. And of course, like in this moment she wants to go, but like vines or the ground are sucking her down and she can't, and just completely restrained and unable to go, while he falls to the ground and her daughter's like clutching at him, shaking him, looking around to see if there's something that she can do. And at this point the woods is dead silent. She can't even hear them, and she's screaming out to them, trying to go, trying to do something, but nothing's coming out, and it's just silence. Well, it's like this push and pull.
Yeah. The way we're like and how often would you say Marina has this nightmare?
It's one of the bad ones, but maybe it's luckily a rarer one, but I know she definitely had it after the incident at the store.
Mm-hmm.
And it had to be a little twist on it, where instead of her daughter and Ryan, it was Violet and Taya. and still feeling that same like impotence and
The I love how you're doing my job for me. You're giving it a little twist, and I'm gonna give a twist on your twist. It is Violet and Taya this time. Beautiful, heartbreaking. I think instead of the vines or the ground restraining you, as you look how you can't move, it's because you are being like sinking in and being swallowed by the pond itself. Somehow out here in the woods. The same pond you all went and stood in. The pond, Marina, way back at the beginning of this, you heard sailors sing. And something at the bottom of it holds you there and makes you just watch.
that's so rough.
I'm gonna have to put so many triggers in for this episode. So we did the Crown of the Cryptid. How's everyone doing?
How dare all of you? That was I'm gonna get up.
He's gonna pace around.
Yeah, I'm gonna like walk. Yes.
Oh my God. I regret not wearing. I have like a little animal onesie and like I want to be in it so I can hide in the hood right now and just like.
Oh my god.
Yes.
My stomach hurts.
Like,
But in the
Moments
best
like
way.
that where I'm like, damn, why aren't we playing live? It's all right, so we can.
Responsible enough for that.
We're not. So the twist for those of you at home, I don't have to put twists on shit. It's just like they all get to have fun narrating something, and I am a little jealous, and I want to do a little too. I want it as a treat. So you move your 3 to the 7 to 9. And congratulations, it is a much sturdier tree that you were pulled up into. So yes, you are still on a net trap. You still have the condition trapped, but you're not going to have any like physical harm of this trap failing and dumping you at least like 20 to 30 feet back down onto the ground. So,
we love that.
we love that. Do we love what we had to do to get there? We'll see. As a storyteller, yes. As like someone invested in all of your narratives, holy shit. Yeah, Marina, you're pulled up, and you hear a little engine, and it's spinning on leaves heading your way. We're gonna leave you in that net for now. I do want to say, right as you got yanked up, because it's with a complication. You saw something you wanted to like get, but you triggered the trap too early. So you know there's something down there. Okay. Of course, you're a good 30 feet in the air.
30 feet, got it.
At least. Maybe more. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
What space? As we cut back to Taya and Violet and Nikki Naff, as you guys are heading. You guys both sort of just like get these twingling of like, you know, the lingering dream, because you're out here in the woods, like shit's going wrong, as it often does in the woods when it involves the 3 of you. Getting up to the front of this trailer. Nikki has very purposely switched to walking on Violet's side, and not on Taya's side.
Violet is giving her side eye.
She's giving it right back to you, but in the like, why are you side-eyeing me? I'm side-eyeing you. Sort of bit as you guys get up to Edna, and there all manner of people are like trying to stick their heads in, but clearly you can hear someone's voice inside like, God, it looks like something blew up in here. What do you guys want to do? Clearly Edna can't keep people out.
My instinct is to say Violet is a demolitions expert. Try to talk her way.
Do it.
I have experience in explosions. Pardon me. Let me take a look.
Cool. You're going to be able to get up in there. I don't want to prevent you guys from that, but you do need to roll to convince people you are a demolitions expert.
You mean she
So
just doesn't look the part?
day move with presence.
Absolutely.
Is there a way Taya could like hype her up, like to add to the roll or something?
Here's what I mean. Same rules apply. If you help to give advantage, you also take the consequence.
I'm gonna leave it then. Taya has 2 conditions.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good call.
Oh,
What'd you get?
Listen, that big juicy number that I rolled. Also the second roll, to be clear, was just I wanted to see what would have happened if Taya helped. It doesn't count. It wasn't good either.
oh, okay.
Anyway, with her whole 1 in presence, that is going to be an astounding total of 4.
A big, fat, salacious 4. 4 starts with F, so does failure.
So does fantastic.
Number 2.
I didn't ask you what were you afraid of if you got caught in this lie. I would like to post-mortem ask this now as you start to step into the trailer.
Okay, that's so ominous after a 4 though. Like straight, you're gonna die. Let's post-mortem this. Anyway, I mean, yeah, somebody's gonna stop asking her questions to stop her getting in the trailer. Let's see. They might start asking for like ID. I mean, hopefully they don't throw her out. That could be bad. That could be problematic. Solving a mystery from the outside.
Yeah, a head sticks out, and you see the like mohawk of one of the motorcycle gang members, one of the hardcore members. They're wearing a patch, specifically that's like the Mario bomb like on a chain, and then the chain goes up to like a full like neck chain that they're really wearing. Goes, oh, are you accredited? Because I got accredited back in 93 in 1 second. And he starts, who did yours?
Oh, well, so I mean, this was back in the day. It was, you know, well before you were born. And unfortunately it's lapsed, so I don't have my card with me, you know. But Taya knows we've known each other a long time. She can be my accreditation confirmer.
Absolutely. I failed the test, but Violet didn't, so.
It would be a pretty bad thing to lie about your demolitions and accreditation to an accreditor. Well, I mean, during a crime scene and an active. And he pulls out like an FBI badge. Ma'am, I think you and I are gonna have to have a talk.
Yeah, we can collaborate. I'm happy to help.
You have the sinking sense this member does not believe you. And you see another member go like, yo, Ricky, what's that? And he like slams it shut. Nothing, just the old billfold. He starts motioning for Violet to step aside.
Violet kind of looks at Taya and is just like,
yeah, while this is happening, can Taya just like slip into the trailer?
Yeah, are you trying to do this without being seen, or do you care?
Without being seen.
Okay, without being seen, then it's going to be, I think with composure, not necessarily quickness, as you're like timing this right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you succeed, Nikki won't follow you.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. If you fail, though.
12. I got good composure.
You're in so quick, and I think at that same time, like the reason you're so blocked and you've timed it right is because a giant man has just walked out of it, and the whole trailer moves as that same big guy from the line, Steve Texas, sort of steps out.
Amazing.
Cluttered in there. Good luck. He's the only person who sees you, but he like does not care as he lets you go in.
Thanks, man.
You're because you rolled 12 on a day move, you have a extra benefit or advantage. It also says on my sheet here, I'll let a player narrate here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So what's the advantage?
Extra benefit or advantage. That's so I've sort of teed up like you and Steve Texas are cool with one another.
Sick.
If you would like you will have an easier time working with him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I kind of just give him like a thanks, man. Talk to you later. Yeah, we'll compare notes.
Oh, yes, and he'll bow at you and leave. Not in a weird way, but in like he has bowed at many people throughout the day you've seen, and it just seems to be his thing.
Amazing. And Taya's like the smallest member of the
He's like 5 of you.
Yeah.
Easily. Like you could not have gotten through the doorway until he turned around to make space in the doorway.
Amazing. Yeah.
But he just takes up so much room that you're unseen and you're in there alone.
Cool. Are there windows in this trailer?
There's 2 teeny tiny windows at the long ends of this trailer. Think like Airstream.
Okay, cool. I want to like take a second to just look out the window, just like at the woods, like just feeling that like something like a tugging feeling from that dream, just for a second, and also still shaken from it. And then I want to look around. Can I look?
Yeah. Absolutely. You see what seems to be like a ranger gator drive down the path, which you guys have heard and seen all throughout the morning.
Mm-hmm.
As you see that and sort of turn around to look, and we'll get your meddling roll, and then we're going to back to Violet and this motorcycle gang member / FBI agent after that.
Okay, cool.
So the meddling move, you're looking around, so it's gonna be meddling with reason.
Okay. Ooh, 11. I'm rolling real well right now.
Thank God someone is.
I know.
Oh, man. This trailer is trashed. So, paint me a little picture of you. I mean, I'm telling you what some of the things you're gonna see, but tell me how you're looking through it. Smashed dishes, a faucet is like bent at an odd angle and leaking, clothes are scattered, the like metal Airstream walls are dented on the inside.
Wow.
Like clearly a struggle has happened in here, and a pretty big one. How does Taya navigate around this space?
I think Taya's gonna be really like careful, like stepping big around things, and then sort of just analyzing like the sink and then like the big dents, probably running her hand through just to see like what is happening.
Yeah. As you're sort of following these dents and trying to put together any sort of mental timeline of events in here of what could have occurred, you find you reach one, and I think you catches your eye the further you go in, kind of near the like combo storage bed shower like toilet corner of this place. That one of the dents has something like lodged in it.
Ooh.
And I think it might just now be loose enough with the shifting of Steve Texas stepping out of this place that you can grab it.
Awesome. Yeah, I yoinked that thing.
And you find an intricately carved, though now like more blunted at the end, Sasquatch totem.
Wow.
With little Garnet's where Sasquatch's eyes would be.
Cool. Yeah, I like pocket that thing.
Yep, you grab it in the pocket, and you're pulling that. I think someone else is about to come into this trailer, but we see the footstep on the little opening of it, and our camera cuts to. So you want to tell me what's really going on here?
Look, in my defense, I have read a book about demolitions. However, I was just really curious as to what was going on, and I'm really good at solving things. Like, I've read a lot of mysteries. I'm really, really good at solving things. And thought that I could help. Also, like, how did you like FBI and like motorcycles? All right. I think we could help each other out here.
Ticky Ricky.
Violet Faulkner. Nice to meet you.
No, listen, I don't trust you as far as I think I could throw you, but I think maybe you could throw me further. So.
Well, listen, I mean, I'm old. My bones are fragile. You probably really shouldn't throw me anyway. So, it's probably fine.
No, I would appreciate if you sort of, of course, I want to keep everyone safe here, but I would like to do that and maintain my cover.
I gotcha. So
what do you know about Mr. Bellows?
All right, well, I've heard a little bit walking around. He's a little bit of a nerd.
Well, yeah, I mean, sure.
Exactly.
We both could throw him pretty far.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and if we work together, like, so much farther.
Easy.
Like, oh, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. How did he get so good at Bigfoot calls, right? Like, that's the question, right?
That is a question that you seem to be posing, yes.
Exactly. So, I'm just not saying anything's confirmed. Like, there's still gotta do some digging, figure out what happened, get more clues, all that stuff. But it seems like he might have brought this on himself a little bit. Like, we're close to the woods, like, him doing some Bigfoot calls. Like, I'm just saying the math adds up.
You think you're one of those true believer woohoos.
No, but I do have a side note, okay? I had a really weird conversation, and you being an experienced worldly person who knows things.
Of course, I read just like you do.
Exactly.
But I get accredited.
Yeah, it's important to be an accredited reader.
Got like a twitch or something?
Oh, there's just a little something in my eye. It's okay now.
Okay, good.
Have you? 'Cause I don't think they're real, but like she gets real quiet and she's just like, have you found anything in your reading about werewolves being real?
We're gonna roll, but he did already catch you in a lie, which is why he pulled you away.
Yeah.
So I do think it has to be at disadvantage.
Okay.
So 3d6, keep your lower 2 plus presence.
Presence. I went to look. I know what presence is. It's a 1.
This will be a day move.
No, I wasted a 6. That's a whole 5.
All right. Violet Faulkner. what? Bigfoot wasn't your thing. Werewolves are. Is that?
Just like, I don't really think they're real. I just there's a strange person. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, so wait, hold on, why are you here?
Please take the condition watched by the hardcore asterisk, because it's very specifically, or watched by Ticky Ricky. As you ask him why he's here, and you're like, I believe that's gonna be classified information, Miss Faulkner. Now.
Okay, but now that I think about it, I mean, if you're here, doesn't that validate what's going on? Like, why would you be here? Like, you're here and this happens?
You can believe all the conspiracies you want, but I'm not at liberty to say what I may or may not be here working or not working on.
Okay,
I just do know.
Tell you what. All right, I'll ask one question.
I guess since you're talking.
If Bigfoot's exactly, I'm just gonna keep talking. You can't stop me. Many have tried, none have succeeded.
I bet.
So, if you're here and you're not saying that you're not looking for Bigfoot or a Bigfoot related crime, that must mean that by logic, fact, and reason that you're here investigating Bigfoot.
Or illegal drugs, or
illegal
racketeering, or
Violet says that really loudly.
A couple of heads turn, most notably Laszlo, who like puts his head down real quick. And Ticky Ricky goes, all right, ma'am. Speculate all you want. I'll just leave you with this. If I catch one iota of you sharing unwanted information about my occupation, I'm gonna make life very challenging for you.
Sir, in the spirit of friendship, I'd like to say, obviously, you're a demolitions expert, and I don't know why anyone would say anything different. Have a good day, Ticky Ricky. Are you on TikTok? That seems like a good TikTok name.
You just like, I think he'll just turn away from you.
Okay.
You have.
I'll get Marina to help me look you up.
Oh man. And he like fixes his little mohawk, leaving you to wonder, what is Ticky Ricky? One, what's his real name, and what is he actually here to do as a member of the hardcore?
Yeah, this is, guys, this goes deep. The FBI knows that Sasquatch is real.
The immediate conclusion draw, like, that's what it has to be.
It's the only thing that makes sense. If you use logic and reason by the default, the double negative, that's it.
Before we get back to Marina, let's take a little break. Okay. We are back, I think. Marina, you're flying high, catching the breeze, up here in this netted trap out in the woods, as a Gator ATV engine gets nearer and nearer, and you hear the sound of someone kind of boasting a little bit of like, I got something, let's go see what it is. And as he gets closer, he goes, oh shit, are you okay up there?
Yeah, super concerned.
That's not a confident yes. Hold on. And it like sort of parks, and you see this giant man step out. He's got like a hunting vest on. He's got a mustache, some like close cropped hair, some scars, and a giant little walkie-talkie thing. Animal print and khaki. He's got a I need a pelt pattern. I need an animal print,
Jaguar.
please. Huh?
Jaguar.
Yeah, so he's got like faux jaguar ripstop pants and a flannel shirt and a hunting vest on top of that. It was, I'll get you down. So sorry that, I mean, obviously it wasn't meant for you. Just go thrash around.
Oh, no thrashing, no thrashing.
Good, because it could loosen it, and then of course you'd be down pretty quick. But I would advise against it.
Stays like incredibly statue still.
Yeah, and your little egg knees up to your chest. As he goes over to the tree that's affixed to this and moves like a tarp with brush on top of it off and starts the mechanism. And at first there's an immediate little drop that I think, you know, catches the breath out of you before it steadies out, and he's able to lower the netted sack that you are in all the way back down to the ground. I'm rushing over and go to his little gator truck here and come out, and he's got like a giant Bowie knife. He's like, all right, scoot over. I'm going to grab the slack over here. And he just rips all the way through it and opens it up and offers you a hand.
Take the hand, just kind of like,
oh, I'm not gonna brush you off, but yeah, you got some on your back. Yeah, I can.
I brush myself off and like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'm so sorry. That, I mean, no offense. I mean, that was supposed to catch something a little, like hairier.
Oh, kind of examines her hair, but
you look great. So I'm Alexander Gravenhurst III.
Oh, Marina Montenegro O'Hara. Man, you should really put a sign.
To be fair, I didn't think there'd be enough people getting that far off the trail, and I promise I have a permit.
I thought it was right on the edge, and like kind of looks around.
Yeah, you don't see the trail.
Gotcha.
It's further than you thought, and maybe seeing the thing you were trying to get somewhere out here.
Okay.
No, it was well, it was meant for the big guy. So, and you're not him. And I'm so sorry. Please don't sue me.
No, I'm not gonna sue you.
Oh, thank goodness, I can't have another.
Oh, have you been sued before?
So how'd you find yourself way out here off the trail?
I don't know. I just started walking. Got a little distracted, and I guess I didn't see where I was stepping. You said you're trying to catch Bigfoot?
Oh, yeah, of course. You know, us Hearst Cravens were I mean, it's been the family duty for 3 generations back. I mean, my father, his father before him, abominable snowman, Bigfoot, Yeti, any sort of big guy, we're gonna get him.
Yeah. Have you had?
And I'm gonna do it. I mean, obviously not today. I'm gonna have to re-rig this, and
Yes,
climbing alone. No, again, you have nothing to be sorry for. But yes, it's we're gonna finally get proof, and I'm gonna be the Hearst Craven that's remembered.
Oh, admirable dream. I think I dropped something around here whenever I was swooped up. Let me see if I can look for it.
What was it? I could look around. Least I could do.
I think I just heard something fall out of my purse. I'm not sure what it was, but I'll know when I see it.
All right. I guess I'll just bring you everything I find then.
Okay. Just
sounds like you're meddling with reason here.
Yeah.
And you can do so with advantage because Alexander Hearst Craven III feels so bad that he trapped you that he's helping you look.
Okay. Let me get my best dice that have been now out on the moon. Okay. 10.
Incredible. A 10, a success. What did we say? We took that
11
break.
actually with
11. Paint a scene of you searching throughout, this gray birch and white ash trees, the fir trees, off the trail here with giant big game hunter Alexander Hurst Craven III bringing you shit to look at.
I just imagine him coming with a pile of random knickknacks and just being kind of expecting them to be this not this one, no, sorry, and then him just going back and bringing
Not the marble? Okay, well, I'm taking it then.
Oh yeah, that's a very nice marble.
Yeah, add it to my collection. Incredible. Yeah, he keeps bringing you stuff, and you're not finding really anything in his piles, but we are doing a good deed for the woods, picking up all of the stuff. So he's brought you some odd shaped sticks and the marble. I think maybe there was part of a lanyard from a different retreat that happened out here that he's grabbed and brought back. One of those slap bracelets. None of that is yours. As you look around, you find a half of what looks like a journal paper that was in some sort of spiral bound journal because it has the ripped papery edges of something that got ripped out of that type of book, with some handwriting on it. And you can't read the bottom, so you don't know who would have written this, but the top half very clearly reads like part of a ransom note.
Oh. Interesting.
Though it's we've taken Champlin Bellows or there's a version of it and then it's crossed out and starts again, but then the page is ripped and you don't see the latter half of it.
Yeah. Things to myself I don't think Bigfoot has access to magazines and scissors and Bigfoot-sized scissors. Fold it up and pocket it.
Cool. Yeah, you fold that away and he's just brought you a really dirty barrette. He's
Oh, yes, this is my lucky barrette.
Oh, what makes it lucky?
It was the one that my daughter wore on the first day of school.
Oh, that's sweet.
It was really bad for lying.
My daughter wore a raccoon skin hat.
Oh, do you keep it for luck?
No, she lost it in the creek. But I would, if I had it, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, these mementos are very lucky. See, this one brought me you to safety.
Then the strap could be a memento then of you not suing me and a friendship, I hope.
Yeah, we can make bracelets out of the weaves and stuff.
Oh no, I still need part of it, but yeah. Cool. Well, I better go fix. What are you? Let me walk you back to wherever I could drive you back to wherever you're supposed to.
This thing looks cool.
Plus, I don't want you to trigger anything else out here.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be good.
No. And he'll walk you over to his gator.
Yeah, then I'd really have to sue you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, on the drive back, short drive, but I think you guys just get to know each other a little bit and talk about your daughters and whatnot. Yeah, her name's Alexandria. Hurst Craven the Fourth, of course.
Oh, excellent.
Tradition. Yes. No, I hope if I catch Bigfoot, then she can go do something else. She can get a I don't know what. There's that white bird people have been talking about.
Oh,
I read
the
about it in a
ghost raven?
forum.
Oh, where's
Is
getting?
that what it's called?
Yeah, it's the Ghost Raven.
I
Very.
was over on Cryptids R Us, and someone typed up like a novel about that thing.
Yep, it's very interesting.
Maybe that could be hers. You know, a bird's a lot easier than a
You'd be surprised.
bipedal. Yeah, and he like drives you up, and I think at this point, like Violet, maybe you've just left Tiki Ricky and turned around, and Marina's getting driven up by this man in his mustache and his jaguar print pants and a gator back up to camp here. And Taya, you've like just stepped out of the trailer, and you see Marina get driven up by this guy and the gator, and he'll get out and sort of go stand on the other side. Here you go.
Okay, thank you so much. It was very nice of you.
Of course. Don't stray off the trails. There are lots of, well, 1, traps, and 2, of course,
Yeah, no, I'm not going back in the woods. At least not by myself.
Sasquatch. Just be careful. You
I
don't
hope
know
it-
who's all out here.
Mhm. Yeah.
Or in case you do get in trouble, I guess just find another net trap, and when I come and check it, you'll be there, and we'll pick up where we left off.
Yeah. Hey, just out of curiosity, did you see anybody else in the woods?
It's another meddling move.
Don't film me now.
Meddling with presence.
Presents have 0. Oh, okay. 8?
Did you see anyone else in the woods?
That's 8.
So on an 8 with the meddling move here, there is some sort of complication. Let me think through this. Now that you say something, I did see something strange, but that's right when his like giant fucking like GeoGuessr-esque walkie-talkie outback communication system ping. There's like, oh, looks like something else got triggered. I better go check that out. Make sure it's not another person up in a tree.
Oh.
Yeah, be careful out there, and I will swing by later, I guess.
Okay.
My way back to the lodge, so.
Yeah, save that thought. You'll tell me about it later. Go rescue somebody. Hopefully okay up in a tree.
Hopefully it's Bigfoot, and he'll get in and like peel off and drive back into the woods. So your complication is he absolutely did see something, but he had to go before you could find out what.
Yeah.
What about a person in a tree, Rena?
Yeah.
Oh, flipped up in the tree.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
There's still leaves in Marina's hair.
Taya's gonna try to help take out the leaves.
Yeah, I went looking for stuff in the woods, and I guess I got distracted, and I got swooped up in one of those like trap nets.
I
Oh
thought
my
that-
god.
I thought those things only existed in like Scooby-Doo or something.
Yeah, I know. I've never seen one in person. Definitely not one that traps something more than like a small animal, but yeah, swoop me up.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. Did you find anything?
I actually found this, and I'll take out the thing and tell them my thought about the big Bigfoot scissors. Probably don't exist.
That sounds like a good business idea.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, maybe that's how we catch him. We market things Bigfoot sized, and I mean, they'll have to come.
Oh my gosh, yes. And then when we get an address out in the middle of the woods, we'll know.
No, that's where they are.
Exactly.
Excellent business idea.
It's a
And
flawless
Bigfoot catching
plan.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found this inside that place. It's pretty trashed in there. It's crazy. And then I pull out the little totem.
Oh. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like lodged into the wall, and I have no idea what it is. So
That's so weird. And the guy who rescued me, he was about to tell me that he saw something weird in the woods, but then he had to leave. Hopefully Bigfoot got caught in one of his nets.
I've been looking everywhere for you.
Oh.
These wings have been getting cold.
My wings! Like,
Marge enters. Oh, hi, I'm Marge. And of course, you all know Marina. You guys did wonderful at the contest. Really evocative.
Thank you. Thank you.
As I'm eating the wings.
They're so cold.
Feels so good after being trapped.
Yeah. No, Marina got stuck up in a trap and a net in a tree.
Why aren't you having a fun night of it all? Remember the last time I was trapped in a tree?
Tell us more.
Yeah.
I was in Central Park, and the fire department had to come because I thought that fella were going to kill me. And I guess I just, you fall in a hot dog stand one too many times, and they're like, maybe you should get out of the city.
That'll happen.
It'll happen. It'll happen to the best of us.
Yeah.
Marina, do you have a hot dog crystal?
Maybe. I know
You
I have one,
make-
but I don't know if I have it on me.
You make hot dog crystals now? They got crystal for everything.
I take one out that's like the sides of it are like golden color and the middle of it is like be like, I certainly do. I'm so happy I brought this with me.
Oh, wow. Look at that. You could just take a bite right out of it.
Yeah. Don't, you'll break it.
No.
I know.
Well,
Maybe that
thank
will take
you.
more.
No,
Remember,
that's,
that's a good margarita night.
that's awfully sweet of you. What do y'all make of this whole Bigfoot napping thing?
Is this like I'm assuming this isn't a bit like they like.
Oh no, we haven't had a kidnapping here. Not before. I mean, we had the food poisoning incident, but that was really more like you couldn't get out fast enough.
Unlimited bathrooms, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
things
dude.
were coming out too fast, and it was whoop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was there anybody who like really didn't like Champlin or anything? Like, I mean,
Roll me the meddling move with presence.
absolutely.
Rolls.
Rolls.
That's a whole 7.
No, I mean, if you're that good at Squatch calling, a lot of folks will be hollering to get you off the stage. Respectfully, I mean, it's not like he was humble about it.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
I can see that getting you some enemies.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's won it a lot, and he's young, so he could win it more.
Yeah.
Has he had any like big competitors?
I mean, you guys are competitors too.
That's
Now?
true.
I mean, everyone here is kind of a competitor. I mean, not everyone's up to the same level, of course, of Champlin Fellows, but
But he wasn't even competing this year. I don't know why.
no, that's the thing.
want
Like, he can't even win, so what's the harm? Just let him do his little, like, dimply-eyed smile and hand out the award and have the Airstream.
Yeah.
The complication, obviously, is that she's like, well, everyone, you're not really getting...
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to try a different angle to get more out of Marge here. She knows a lot and also nothing the fuck at all.
Yeah, I mean, was there anybody in particular, like, who was, maybe like a favorite to win this year, like that maybe really would have, had an issue with him?
Well, as a judge, I'm supposed to be impartial. I can't be having favorites. And she looks right at you, Marina. Favorites with our friends. That would be. Whew.
No. We're talking like, like horse racing, like favorites, like
Oh, the people who bet on
a
this?
contender. The top contenders, if you will. Like just from speculation, not your personal favorites. I would never decide.
I have no personal favorites.
Of course,
Exactly, because you're a good judge.
The
Impart-
best.
Yeah.
I'm glad
But,
you
you know,
think
you-
so. And flattery's not going to get the two of you nowhere.
Oh, I wouldn't say we're trying to flatter anyone. We're just speaking the truth.
You
Yeah.
let this work on you? She looks over at you, Marina.
He's just
They
scratching,
sweet talk you all day.
No.
They better not.
She wouldn't even give us a Bigfoot crystal when we asked her for one.
That's true. And I
that's-
use that for anything.
That's
And I've
how
tried
ethical
everything.
she is.
I need one of you to roll me the day move with presence. The more of you that help to give advantage, obviously will help here because you're all kind of working together. But also, if it's a failure, the more of you will share the consequence. Whoever's rolling will need to answer the "What are you afraid of if you fail?" question.
Who's feeling spicy?
I could roll it if you want. Since you guys have rolled recently, I haven't rolled yet after the break.
Yeah, you're the one who said we're not. We're just telling the truth.
Yeah. Oh gosh, what would Taya be afraid of in this moment? Probably that it'll ruin Marina's reputation. Like, she's very concerned about, like, because she knows Marina's very like prim proper kind of, yeah, and has like an appearance, and she doesn't want to ruin that at all.
Yeah,
especially with
the
lunch.
volunteering reputation for Marina could be tarnished. And Taya, I mean, like your excellent entry into the Bigfoot Yell could be disqualified per that relationship.
True. Do I roll with advantage or?
Is anyone helping you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of you? All right. Not double advantage. Just regular advantage.
Okay. Come on, dice. One fell. Oh, it's a 12, and with my presence, a 13.
Oh, yes.
Your dice were supposed to take a tumble. They're supposed to go down.
Not with the power of friendship.
Who would have it out for Champlain Bellows? I mean, as far as contenders go, I mean, Captain Joe has been on sort of the runner-up for years, and he's about to retire and go down to Florida, so he probably won't be driving all the way up here anymore. So he's only got a few years left to even try to win this thing. Maybe this is his last year. I don't know. Well, and then of course there's that like biker gang sort of situation. I think a couple of them are in the contest and are sort of contemporary with Bellows. I think there's a rival of some sort. She's gonna name so many people for you that like who is a contender doesn't really help you because she basically names everyone that you've met who has competed. But she will give you another a clue, a capital C clue here. Let's see. I mean, we even had to when we did sweeps before, like after everyone got here, and we of course like make sure the premises looks all nice, and you really got to luck out of that. Brian didn't make you do any cleaning, but I was walking around that sort of stage area, and I found I think I took a picture of it, and she pulls out a phone. I don't have any service, which is just the worst because I'm supposed to be gambling right now, but I do have a picture of it, and it's like an old instructional VHS called Yodeling with Hans.
Yodeling with Hans. Oh.
It was Violet.
Oh, I found this. Bring in promotional materials to try to you're supposed to have yourself down pat when you're going to do Squatch calling, and the Hans video has been outlawed for years as a way to practice because of its just sort of evocative nature. It's sexually explicit undertones.
Oh.
Oh.
It makes for an uncomfortable Squatch calling experience when someone does it in the Hans yodeling way. So we've asked all contestants not to. Did you read your packet? It says this right in there. You go to subsection 43D-2A, no yodeling with Hans.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
You know
So
what?
someone.
I must have seen it, and that's why I got the idea to add a little bit of yodeling in mine. I didn't watch the
Yeah,
video.
you were
though.
really on the edge, though. You just enough to be tasteful, not enough to ruin it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it was a tasteful yodel.
Well, wait till you see the rest of the comments before you. She sort of zips her lips for a moment to get back on track here. Yeah, so of course we disposed of it. We ripped all of the tape out of it and threw it away in several different places. And I think Brian even burned a part of it in the campfire. But
Wow, really that bad, huh?
we take this very seriously.
Of course.
Can't have no yodeling with Hans up there in that stage. That'd be worse than the food poisoning incident.
Oof.
Yeah.
On a separate note, I'd love to hear, as an esteemed judge here, somebody who's obviously very knowledgeable, I would love to hear about any of your personal Bigfoot encounters.
My personal Bigfoot encounters. Well, let me tell you, when I was in Central Park, and she'll like go on and on here, and I had 7 hot dogs, and I was running straight through the woods, and those guys with the horses were chasing me, and I thought, yeah, I better take a left, and I took a left, and I took a right, and there he was, a big old beard and long ass legs, and the pose.
Pose and everything.
Yeah, and then he climbed up on top of the bathroom. So I got on the tree, and apparently when I fall on the hot dog car, it's a big hullabaloo. But when Bigfoot steps on the hot dog car, it's just another day in New York City.
Huh. Do you think he like took the plane to New York?
Yeah,
Or did he walk?
We're in New York right now.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I mean, do I think it's a big, giant undercover operation to get him out of the city and into some sort of rehabilitation situation out here? I can't confirm it, but that sounds like something they'd be spending our tax dollars on. And then, of course, there was the summer of '74. She'll tell you a whole other story about seeing Bigfoot that's equally as insane as the first one. I tell you, around these parts, the best place to go look for Bigfoot is to climb that old fire tower. You know what I'm talking about? You pass it on the way in, sort of on that inlet.
Yeah.
The best. I mean, you can't get to it from the road. They got it all sorts of chained up and stuff. But don't tell the teens. They like to go out there and make a hullabaloo out of all of it, and it's off limits. But if you're trying to get a good view of the place, to sort of see where he is, I mean, you can see the cave system from there, you can see the lake, you can see more of the woods. The fire watch tower is sort of the little secret little spot.
Sounds like we can't miss it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I mean, I am now because I got arrested up there, but
Oh.
I have a restraining order for the lookout tower specifically.
So it's like illegal to go up there?
It's illegal for me to go up there, and
okay.
it probably is illegal. I mean, there are signs, but who reads those anymore? Am I right?
I love a lady with a record. It's very impressive.
Don't try to butter me up.
What are you talking about?
It's very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
She immediately like, well, the competition isn't just over yet, so I better excuse myself. I can't be too friendly. And Marina, be careful.
Yeah.
She looks between the two other of you. Don't let him sway you too much, and don't show him your binder.
Oh, no, clutch it tighter.
Okay. I'm gonna go get a whole bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And
Thank
she
you for the
walks away.
Thumbs down on the coldest wing.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, lots of Bigfoot stories.
Yeah.
And a way to break the law, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I got from that story.
That was a highlight for sure. And you know, a good view of the situation could be helpful.
Yeah, like an aerial view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's not anywhere that Taya couldn't get into, so you know, just don't backflip over the gate, okay?
I was gonna backflip up the ladder. Whatever.
See, that would be way more practical.
Your arm is still in a sling.
Yeah. All right, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool.
Okay. You guys are gonna go. Let's
We're
go.
heading to the tower.
Immediately to the tower.
It's about mid-afternoon as you guys set out, and we'll smash cut to getting close to the tower. But I will say, you're going through the woods. I think those wisps of your forest nightmares are a bit more present. And of course, Marina, your recent encounter with just how dangerous it can be. As you try to follow maybe directions Marge gave you to how to get to this fire tower from the trail system itself, because it is gated off from the road access. And the sun moves from being high in the sky to at an angle, and beautiful light comes through the woods and hitting the whites of these birch trees and the fir trees here. And you make your way forward. I didn't do this paint the scene, I think, earlier for Marina, because we got kind of right into the action there. But for all of you now, as you walk throughout the woods, what survival tips have you heard that you need to keep in mind when you're among the trees?
What's that one from SpongeBob?
Oh, the bear one where you like draw a circle.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's like,
You find a bear in the woods, draw a circle around.
Yeah, Taya, you rattle that off.
Yep.
Incredible. What about Violet?
I am stuck on tree ID right now. So fun tree fact for in real life and in Brindlewood Bay life. You know how you can identify fir trees versus spruce trees? Fir have flat, friendly needles. They don't stab you, and you can't roll them in your fingers. And if you take one of the needles from a tree and you can roll it and it's square, and if you stab yourself, it hurts, it's a spruce. So flat, friendly fir and sharp, square spruce.
Say that 10 times.
No, it won't go well.
No.
Violet, not Violet. You're Violet. Marina. What would you share with the group?
I think something like really like nonsensical of like if like you know you're going in the right direction depending on how the crunch sounds when you step on a pile of leaves, and then just like stepping like waiting a little bit and like just stepping on the leaves and be like, this is the way.
This is the way. Incredible. It takes the better part of an hour to walk the trail towards the fire tower. And you see it in the distance, it grows ever more present, this structure towering above the trees, several flights of stairs, a single room observatory meant to house a fire watcher, an employee of the state who can then call on radio and see and pinpoint where disaster is and how long it's going to take to get wherever it's going. But to you all, as you come up to the edge of it here, the staircase has a metal grated door, rusty, and it has a coded padlock on it, a 4-digit code.
All right. Well, we could either go over it or through it. I don't think we'll know what the code is, right?
Marina tries the, like, when you get a new suitcase, it's like auto to like 000. Just tries it just to see.
Ooh, try
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 too.
You try 000, it doesn't work. And because you realize those are actually just O's, and this is a letter lock.
Tries foot.
A, B, C, D.
Try boobs.
Ooh, just boob. It was
None of those work.
For crow?
Bigfoot?
It's 4 letters.
Oh.
I'm sure one of you could roll a day move with reason to crack this.
But that's not as fun.
Maybe not.
Not as
Or you could try to climb over it, like you said earlier.
All right. I'm feeling reasony. Let's try to reason this out. It's got to be something like, foot, crow, obviously something tree.
Yeah. Before you say what it is, what could go wrong here?
I mean, there could be an alarm.
Easy. Yeah.
For sure. There's a service though, so maybe if there's an alarm, maybe they won't get it. It'll be okay. Let's see. What else? We could break the lock so that like we're just we gotta climb.
I think those are both good. What'd you get?
Continuing the lovely theme of today. That is a whole 6.
What word do you put in?
Boob.
It's Violet. It's got to be crow. There's a theme here.
You put in a crow and then pull on the lock here. Yeah, I mean, a 6 on your day move, the thing happens. I think you do break the lock in a way where it gets jammed and you can't turn it anymore. It's also rusty, and I think you've gotten some of that on you in a way that is a little concerning. So let's take a condition about it. Rusty
hands.
Mm-hmm. Hope your tetanus is up to date.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out.
Gross.
The door is not an option.
I have good news and bad news.
Good news?
I did successfully find out that the password was not crow. The bad news is that I think the lock is broken.
All right. Over it is. Taya's gonna jump up. one arm crawl up.
Taya!
Taya, roll me vitality with disadvantage because you have the one arm from being shot the F up.
Okay.
Day move with vitality. It'll be a vitality-based probably condition if you do not roll well.
Okay.
Marina's gonna kind of like from the bottom, like try to.
Are you trying to help push Taya up and give advantage?
Yes.
All right, you'll both take a condition if you fail.
Oh no. Okay, straight roll then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I have to say what I'm afraid of, or is that a different thing?
Yes, you should.
Okay. Gosh. I mean, it would just be like another physical injury that'll prevent us from going anywhere. or making a big enough commotion to like call someone over here. Okay.
At least.
Yeah. Okay. Come on. Guys.
Oh
Yeah.
What? That's a sweet 5. Yeah. I know.
Well, let me tell you what happens. You guys decide if you want to use a crown. You reach up with your good arm. Marina's trying to bolster you, and you get a little bit of purchase, and then you feel like the pop of your shoulder dislocating, and that sharp of the pain of your good arm causes you to let go, and you fall on Marina. Marina, you fall down. You're both gonna take physical conditions. Taya, you have no arms now. I have no usable arms. Your shoulder's dislocated. Marina, as you hit, I think, you've tweaked something on one of your legs, a hip, a knee, an ankle. And you guys are an hour hike away from home base.
Is it worth it? Should we take a crown, guys?
I think we gotta.
Yeah. Let's do it. I don't think Taya would want to harm Marina in any way. So
I'd lose another arm.
I mean, she could be harmless. It's fine.
So another round of vibes right here at the end.
2 in once.
I know, right? In the same session.
Bad rolls give for good stories.
Mm-hmm.
I, right before you rolled 2, was almost like, let's use the
Gold Crown Mystery
Oh
move.
my
Gold Crown Mystery move to get us into the thing. And then you were like, I heard the dice. And
No, you should have told me. I wouldn't have looked.
you wouldn't have looked.
Yeah.
Dice rolls don't happen if you
If you don't
look.
gaze upon them.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are the
Could be
rules.
anything.
Oh my god, it's the Schrodinger's dice roll.
Yeah.
The Crown of the Cryptid, our second prompt. Each Maven shares a memory of the time where they feel like they were being watched by something invisible. So not a dream, but a real life occurrence, a feeling of being watched. And we'll start with Violet, then do Marina, then end with Taya.
Maybe this is what helped trigger the dream and stuff, but I think frequently after Violet got that picture, I think she's been looking over her shoulder just around Brindlewood Bay lately. Like anytime she feels a little safer when she's like in the woods birding or something like that, like away from people. But even then, after the whole blow up and people in the trees, like she's looking over her shoulder everywhere.
For sure. I think it feels maybe especially poignant when you're in busy areas, right? The rec center, town hall, the grocery store, the bank, places where it could be any one of these people. You don't know. Check your email every now and again. Nothing new has come through yet. Marina, when was a time where you felt you were being watched by something invisible?
I think since finding the baseball, she's tried to has absolutely no idea anything about baseball, hasn't even ever watched it on TV or anything, but tried to go out into a field in where there was like surrounding woods and just like toss a ball and try to get a feel for it. And at one point maybe it rolled into the woods, and as she was going in there, maybe grows a bit more silent, but can hear, along with like the brushing of the trees, kind of like that whoosh sound and like that sound of a ball being caught. And then just the feeling of not being alone.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I think it's more common than maybe you care to admit to your friends, these sounds of a ball hitting a mitt, someone dusting off of a plate, these echoes of a game out in the woods. Something's there. Maybe it wants to play baseball with you.
Creepy.
Taya, tell us about a time where you felt like you were being watched by something invisible.
I think maybe after Taya's date, like the second Francine had left and she was just standing there, she could kind of feel something watching her and the actions that she had just done.
Yeah, I think the odd part about it is that it grew as if first it was from one direction and then you felt so exposed in every direction. Now, that'll be enough to drive you right to your garden.
Yep.
And as you got your arm precariously hooked over the top of the door, and Marina's bolstering you up, and Violet, you're also just there making sure nothing goes wrong. You start to feel the twinge of like, oh, maybe this is too bad. When you guys hear from up top, hold on, and lots of pairs of feet coming down, or at least 2 or 3 sets coming, spiraling around. After like one spiral where they sort of look over, and you see leather jackets and big old boots, as several members of the hardcore are up top here, and a few of them are coming down to see what the commotion is about. Finally, one gets down, gauged ears, totally shaved head, dermal piercings, dimples would be. You don't have to climb.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop down and be
yeah.
careful not to like land on Marina, but as I like hit the ground, I'm probably gonna lean on her just a little.
Someone of your age shouldn't be doing anything too strenuous.
It's fine. I'm fine. I mean, if I had both my arms right now, I could easily make it over.
Okay.
Yeah, without doubt.
There's a trick. 1 second, and he goes to the side of the door that's hinged, and he just shakes it really hard, and the hinged side like dislodges and pops, and it opens the opposite way from where it's locked. Because no one told you about the trick door.
No.
Can you all do the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. What about you all? I'll sort of walk behind just to make sure, and it's several flights up.
Is there an elevator?
No.
Or another way up?
No.
Stairs it is.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're old, but we're not decrepit.
Just looking out. Never can be too careful out here.
Listen, if Taya hadn't gotten shot because she's a badass, she would show you. She'd backflip around you.
I can backflip right now.
Don't do it, Taya.
He
All right.
stops for a moment. Your name's Taya?
Yeah.
What's your last name?
De La Rosa? Why?
You're the folks from Brindlewood Bay?
Did Dalrymple warn you about us?
Who the fuck is that? What a corny ass name.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, he's just
Dude.
a cop, you know?
Yeah, and he's not very good at his job. Like, let me tell you.
Like most cops.
Incompetent.
Yeah.
Incompetent.
How do you know who we are?
I mean, to
Or
be
who
fair,
it is?
you, I think, are a judge. I'm not sure what your function is here. I don't know you, and that's to Violet. And I guess I don't
Violet?
technically. Oh, yeah. Nice to meet you. I'm T-Bone.
T-Bone.
You, I guess we haven't really formally met or anything, but we knew Grace.
How do you know Grace?
Lot. She did a lot after you left. You weren't there.
I don't know you. Who? And you don't know me. You don't. Who are you?
I'm T-Bone. I'm part
Yeah,
of the
and
hardcore.
what do you have to do with Grace? Come on.
We all know her. I mean, the whole gang, the whole crew. She was, part of the extended family. And when someone's part of your family, you show up for them, even at the end.
Taya's just gonna turn around and like walk a couple paces back.
Up the stairs or away?
Away.
So I know things are tense. Obviously, we all, and he gestures to you too, have a lot of feelings about Grace. We'd love to get to know you. It just, sorry, I'm a little protective about my family. It's just...
She wasn't your family, and I think you should shut up.
Taya, it sounds like you're taking a condition.
Yup. Oh my gosh. Okay.
What do you want to name it?
Ooh. There's so many feelings right now. I don't know. Probably just riddled with guilt, probably, or
Yeah, like riled up, or
yeah. I'll do riled up.
You tell him to shut up, and he just sort of puts his hands up, and you're like, "You're right. I shouldn't have brought it up so abruptly, but I can decide who my family is. You can decide who your family is. Sorry. For what it's worth, she was well cared for up until then. Up until, I'm sure when you were together too, I'm not trying to start a fight. It just, up until the end. A couple of us are up there, we got some drinks, and we're just watching the sunset. I will like, since you all promised me you're all capable.
I think, like, in this
There we
moment,
go.
Marina doesn't know much about what's going on, but feels like Taya's reaction, and is just kind of like, let's just get upstairs. Let's put
Yeah.
it away. Let's get upstairs.
You guys can come up when you want. You're all capable. I didn't mean to startle you. It's just
No.
Yeah, here, T-Bone, why don't I'll walk up with you and you can how'd you guys find out how to get in here? And like Violet is you know, yeah.
He sees your offer of an out and gladly takes it, and he'll like offer you an arm to like, we'll go up the stairs. Well, it's a sort of yearly tradition when we do our coast ride. We always stop up here, and it sort of fades off as the two of you go up, and we're left just Marina and Taya down here at the base of the fire lookout tower.
Marina kind of gives her space and like moment to kind of like collect. And
Yeah, Taya takes some like deep breaths, but it's definitely not working. She's still like really closed up.
They're like, here, let's just walk upstairs. And I think as we're walking, Marina will take very like mindfully deep and slow breaths that are hopefully contagious, and will kind of go to maybe take her arm and like do that thing with like just circling, just trying to be calming, but in like peaceful silence, doesn't like, wants to have her like have her emotions.
Yeah, Taya will eventually go with Marina, and like as she's like passing T-Bone, we'll probably like shoulder check him and then hold on to Marina's hand like with her own.
You shoulder check him with your shot the F up shoulder.
Yeah, she'll do it.
So back in Brindlewood Bay, your doctor faints for no reason whatsoever. Totally unrelated.
But yeah, she'll like hold Marina's hand and like just lightly pat it and then say, I'm sorry, Marina.
Oh, you don't have to be sorry. Do we hate him? Do you want me to put a pebble in his shoe?
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Are you all right?
I don't know. Let's just go.
Okay. You guys get up to the top. That's this sort of single house unit, one room with balcony on all edge, a door into. You can see there are probably 6 or 7 hardcore members up here, all varying ages, all fantastic hair, jackets, patched the hell out, and there's a couple of them who are drinking. Some are like they've got like an old camera and they're trying to take a picture of the sun now, starting to get closer to its full descent. There are a few inside that are just thumbing through things here. Violet, you and T-Bone bring up the rear, having let them pass on one of the corners. And there is a beautiful view all around, tops of trees, gorgeous bits of land out here past Whitechapel, New York. No fire in sight. It's just a clear day, on the verge of becoming a clear evening. Inside, notepads, radio, portable battery, binoculars, a couple of cheap paperbacks. The door should have probably been locked, but it wasn't. And there's no person who is working this tower. Maybe it is now defunct, no longer used or stationed, but it definitely seems lively as chatter all happens and slowly fades as the group of you come up. And T-Bone will take a moment, just sort of step in with Violet at least.
I think before we step in, if that's okay.
Yeah.
When after Violet and T-Bone fall behind, Violet's gonna probably cut off whatever he was saying.
He's like, oh, I probably deserved that.
And she's gonna be like, hey, look, Taya's my friend, and I mean, hell, Taya's my family, and she's been through a lot. Don't upset her anymore. Like, I know it sounds like you've got history with Grace, and like I respect that, but like she's been through a lot, and I hope you can respect, like, I'm just looking out for my people,
I respect looking out for your people.
And
I could have come at it a better way. I understand.
Yeah. For the record, she's good people. You should get to know her before you judge her.
Oh. I don't think she's bad people. I heard some great things from Grace. I also heard some rather not great things. I'm gonna do my best, of course, to not intentionally upset your family. I get it.
I appreciate it.
And also, at the end of the day, the person in charge of Taya's emotions is Taya. I'll do a better job of keeping a lid on mine. But all of us, at least those of us who've been here for a bit, really cared for Grace. And there's a lot I think both sides could stand to learn.
I
At the end
agree.
of the day, it's about family, right?
It is. And she kind of pats his arm and is like, I'm glad we had this chat.
Now tell me about this ghost raven. And you guys like turn another corner.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then we finished that sort of route up. And he steps in to sort of let the rest of the gang know, we've got visitors, and they're from Brindlewood Bay. We've been through there a few times. I'll let them introduce themselves when they're ready. But for now, our commandeered fire watch tower is Sue commandeered fire watch tower. Just sort of leave no trace principles, of course. And you guys welcome to stay as long as you like, as long as it's okay. And he sort of like looks at his feet a little bit and then like looks over towards Taya. And as he says, these people are from Brindlewood Bay, there's a host of emotions over the other members here. Some get really curious. A couple sort of turn their heads. A few heard Taya's name announced earlier at the Squatch calling contest and know exactly at least one of these people. And have flashes of concern, or like T-Bone, a momentary but it fades as our scene does, and we're going to end here for tonight.
No! My stomach.
That was oof.
Who do I need to beat up?
Right?
Ooh.
Well, with all the feelings, probably a good place to stop before we get into it. We'll be back soon, but for now, as it is below, and
It
is
is
below
below
you.